Alright, our friend. Here we go. So,
Yes.
thanks for doing this.
You're welcome. Thank you for
Appreciate
having me over.
Taking the time, yeah. Yeah, what do you want to get out of this kind of session that we'll be doing today?
Okay. What I would like to get out of a coaching session.
Yeah.
I've actually never tried anything like this before, so I'm quite open to see what will happen.
Okay.
I've been thinking about when we talked on the phone that like a single thing I would want to change.
Yeah.
And a good word that came to my mind was consistency.
Okay.
Maybe being able to plan. I'm really good at meticulously planning my time, but I'm not really good at bringing it to life.
Okay.
So maybe I'm a bit of a time consumer
Mm.
in a not good way. So I want to spend my time in a better way.
Spend your time in a better way.
In a better way.
Okay.
That's what really came to my mind.
Yeah. Can you think of something like specific that's going on, or?
Specifically, it'll be like if, because I'm in med school right now.
Okay.
And I have to juggle that with my work.
Mm-hmm.
I want to be able to have a day where I can go to work, come home, and read as well.
Okay.
And then I want to go to my yoga classes or whatever fitness I have and fit it all in.
Okay.
But what usually happens is if I'll go to work, then I'll come home and I'll end up being lazy.
Mm-hmm.
And nothing really happens.
Okay.
And then at the end of the day, I'll feel bad because I haven't really done what I wanted to do.
Right. Right.
So I'll plan it, but I won't do it.
Yeah. Yeah. So can you think of the last time you came home and you didn't do what you'd like to do, and what happened?
Yesterday, because I was supposed to go home yesterday.
Okay.
And sit and read and prepare myself. But I ended up being called out to someone's house. And
Yeah.
I ended up babysitting all night long instead.
Yeah.
And then perhaps the day before as well.
So what happened? You went to work?
I went to work.
Yeah.
And after work I was supposed to go home, have my dinner, and then sit down and read. But that didn't really happen.
Read what? What do you...
Anatomy.
Okay.
Anatomy.
Wow.
Anatomy is
Yeah.
something as dry as that, but it has to be done.
Yeah.
I was called by a friend
Yeah.
on my way home. He was asking me for a favor.
Yeah.
If I could come and help him babysit his child. And I thought it was going to be like a small affair so I could come back, and it didn't really happen.
No.
So I ended up staying there for the entire night.
Yeah. Yeah. And
did not read anything.
Anatomy. So how this works is we'll try and focus on a specific activity that you would like to achieve each week, and whether that, it sounds like reading for school, is that
for school?
But it sounds, you also read a lot for school anyway.
Yes.
But so what's the...
You have to read a lot, but what usually happens is we have a semester which is based on 4 months.
Okay.
And I usually tend to be more lazy in the beginning.
Yeah.
Because I'm not really good at planning my time. So I'll end up starting reading the entire curriculum in 1 month.
Okay.
And being stressed about my life in that 1 month.
Yeah.
And then I let go of everything else, which I don't do.
Okay.
I want start reading in having enough time.
Okay.
So I don't end up sitting with it at the end.
So let's go back to yesterday when you went to work, you got home, and you got this call. What were your thoughts? You were thinking...
Well, I'm a pleaser by nature. So what I thought was that I'm not really good at saying no. Mm-hmm. So I thought...
Is that why you did this session?
No. No. I did this because I thought this would be quite interesting.
Okay.
So.
Cool. Okay, so you got home, and you're thinking, I need to relax.
I need to relax. I'm gonna relax for a little bit, and then I'm gonna take my books and I'm gonna start reading.
Okay, that was the thought.
That was the thought running through my head from the beginning.
Take the book, relax, then take the book and start reading. And then what was your kind of feelings towards your reading? What was your body?
I actually felt yesterday I was really motivated. I thought today I'm gonna have a really good day. I'm gonna sit in my room and it's gonna be really comfortable and read.
Okay.
So I felt motivated when I made the plan.
Right. And what was your body sensation? Were you feeling tense, or what were you like experiencing in your body?
Soreness, but
Sore.
that's probably because of all the yoga I've been doing lately.
So you were also were you feeling tired in the body, or just
I think
sore?
so. Sore and good tired.
Okay.
Like
good.
once you've done a really good workout, you feel tired in a good way. Yeah.
And so then you came home, you're feeling sore, tired in a good way, and you felt motivated to read, and you said, okay, now I'm gonna sit there, I'm gonna relax, and then I'm gonna
Now I'm gonna sit and read.
Read, and then what happened?
Then I got a call from my friend,
Yeah.
who was in a bit of a trouble.
Okay.
Because he needed someone to babysit for him. And he called me, and then I said yes.
And
without thinking.
Without thinking.
Without thinking. I just said yes, of course.
Yeah.
Because he asked me for it, and the pleasing gene again.
Right. Right.
And then afterwards, I was like a bit annoyed with myself for saying yes.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
And I think I was a little bit disappointed as well, because I had really put the thought into my head that today you're going to sit and read. Today is the day where you're going to start reading, getting this on track, and we're going to start reading every single day, and it didn't happen.
Yeah, yeah.
So I think I was a little bit annoyed with myself.
Okay, so you're annoyed that you didn't fulfill what you had told yourself you were going to do. And what's your, when you do read, what is usually I mean, you don't always get a call from somebody, but what is usually your strategy to, get into the mode of time to read?
Usually I like reading at my own house.
Okay, at your house.
Room. And I try to make it as comfortable for myself as I can. I like to pull the curtain so it's dark.
Okay.
And then put some music in my ears, because then I'm not bothered by anyone. And I usually also put my cell phone a bit away.
Okay.
So if someone rings, I won't
notice. So the cell phone away, dark room.
Dark room.
In there. And what time generally do you?
I'm more of a nocturnal person, so I guess I start evening times.
Okay.
Maybe like 7-ish.
Start at 7.
And then I can go on till like 3, 4 a.m. No, without problems. Once I am in that mode.
Yeah, once you settle into it. So do you see it as a problem? What do you see the problem, that you're having trouble getting into this mode, and you're sacrificing it?
I think it's been quite some time since I've been in that mode, where I've been able to sit down and say, I'm gonna start now, and just keep going.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you would like to maybe get back into the study mode.
Study mode.
Okay. Well, that seems like a good goal to establish. What do you think about that?
I hope it's achievable again.
Yeah.
That would be nice.
Okay, so we can say that your goal is to be able to create that study sessions. Great study sessions. All right. Well, that's something we can definitely talk about. The thing, have you heard of like a SMART goal?
No.
That means, basically, SMART means it's specific, it's measurable. You can check it at, measure it. I mean, you're studying you measure a lot of things.
Yeah.
And then it's attainable, something that you feel like, I can do this. And then it's realistic, and then it's also timely. So those are the each of those have to be a part of this goal we're going to make for you. Does that sound like something? Sounds
like a good thing.
Right, because it really allows you to kind of hone in on what you need to do, channel in. So with this study session, you said you study around 7. That's when it starts, and and how many days a week? So this is going to be the specific and timely.
How many days a week? Well, in med school, it's like almost every single day, but that's not that realistic. Maybe 5 days. 5 days.
Is that realistic?
I think 5 days would be really good.
Okay, 5 days okay, and what days?
Maybe weekdays and take weekends off.
Is that something?
I think that would be good, because I usually do a lot of other things, extracurricular activities in weekends.
So weekends for relaxation.
Because if I spend the entire week and I study properly, then I'll feel good about taking the weekends off.
Exactly. Yeah, I can see that. That makes sense. So we've got now we're getting here somewhere because we have you're gonna study from 7 o'clock every single day.
Every single day.
So you want that consistency.
Mm-hmm.
Is that something you want to?
I would really like that, because if I get back to that consistency, I might be able to implement it in other things as well.
Yeah.
But I want to start with a single thing first.
Right. Right. Yeah, that's something called the keystone habit, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like you get one habit and it affects everything.
Exactly.
All right. So what do you think is going to work for you when you what's a good ritual you've done in the past or that you would like to start at 7 o'clock? Take me through your thoughts, your behaviors, your bodily sensation every time around that time. You know.
When I was in the mode or now?
Now.
Now usually it's because I have clinic during day, so I'll be back from clinic like 4 p.m. I come home and then I snack a little bit.
Okay.
Snack a little bit.
Yeah.
Take a shower.
Uh-huh.
And then I usually these days end up sitting watching TV.
Okay.
Yes.
And so you go and you sit down, you watch the TV. What's going through your mind at this point?
Absolutely nothing.
Nothing.
I watch TV where I don't have to think about anything.
Yeah.
Because once in clinic we see a lot of patients and you get tired.
Yeah.
So I just like unbuckle the brain and I say, this is just time to not think.
Okay.
Yeah.
But you would like to change
I
that?
would like to change that.
Okay.
I like to feel, I'm quite, once I'm off work, I have the energy to do things.
Mm-hmm.
So I want to come home and I want to be in that mode, which I am in during the day, and then continue on further. Maybe take a break, because you can't stay on all day long.
See, that's what we call a strategy, right?
Mm-hmm.
You know this is coming up. You know you're going to be like wiped.
Mm-hmm.
And then you have a strategy. I'm going to feel tired. I'm going to feel like I don't want to study. Okay, give me maybe 30 minutes to just
do nothing.
Well, what do you think is a good strategy for your relaxation?
What I would like to do when I relax. Usually what happens is I think I'll just watch one of my really old soaps which I like.
Okay.
Watch like comedy shows
Yeah.
from the 90s, and I'll end up saying I'll watch one episode and then I'm gonna start reading.
Yeah.
That doesn't happen.
No.
I watch one episode and I'll be like, okay, let me just watch one more, and then I'm ready. And then I end up watching 6 episodes, and then it's so late. I'm like, okay, I'll start tomorrow.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
maybe not watch soaps anymore.
Maybe that's a strategy.
Yeah.
What do you think about that?
I'm not too happy about that.
Wait, but what's realistic? What do you think is a realistic way to do
I
it?
think I've read once that there's something called in med school when we just started. They taught us of something called the whip and carrot theory.
Okay.
That you need to whip yourself, and then once you're done whipping yourself, you can have a little carrot.
Yeah.
So I don't know if my shows could be my little carrot.
Yeah.
And just watch one single show and then be like, that's what you get.
What do you think about watching them after you study, or you get in the zone and?
Well, that would be nice as well.
To maybe say, okay, after I study, I get this carrot. And the thing about, maybe also set a time. Say, I'm gonna study from this to this, and then I'm gonna stop studying. You know.
Completely.
What do you think's a good time block for your study sessions where you feel, okay, that's doable? I come home from work at what time?
4-ish.
And then you come and you say, okay, I'm going to take a shower, I'm going to eat some food, then I'm going to have maybe 30 minutes just to chill out. And then from the 30 minutes, what time would that bring us up to if you had?
Say 5.
5 o'clock.
Yeah, 5 o'clock.
Take a shower, get some food, and then rest from 5 o'clock to 5:30 or 5:45.
5:45.
Okay.
Let's give me the.
Maybe we'll give you 5:45. Does that sound okay?
Yeah.
Okay.
Plausible.
And then at this time you have time to kind of settle into studying. Is that realistic to do?
I think so.
At 5:45, maybe 5:45 to 6 o'clock. you can kind of get into the study mode and say, okay, now it's time to get into the study mode. And what are your feelings at this point? What do you think?
Excited if it happens.
You're excited. You're motivated.
I like learning new things. I love studying because it makes me feel more wiser and more smarter, and it's just nice.
Yeah, so this is an important goal for you.
It's a really important goal for me.
Mm-hmm. And you feel motivated to...
I feel motivated. Once I'm working, I feel even more motivated because then I get to see that at the end this will bear fruit. Sometimes it's hard to see the end while you're just reading about it.
Yeah.
So when I'm out in the clinic, I feel like this will end someday, all this studying, and I will be a doctor or whatever.
Yeah.
Something. So that helps.
Yeah. Yeah. To have that kind of... So, like, what is your, like, ideal... Let's say you go to sleep tonight and you wake up in the morning. What's the first thing that you see that tells you that you have achieved the goal we're talking about? What do you feel like? What did you have this knowledge in your head? Are you a doctor? Are you...
When I wake up, usually in the morning.
Hypothetically. If we have this goal and we'll say, when does the semester end?
In January.
And when do you have to take your test?
Mid-January.
Mid-January.
Yeah.
You've done your study sessions 5 days a week.
Mm-hmm.
It's mid-January. It's time to take the test. How do you feel?
I want to feel prepared.
Mm-hmm.
I want to go to an exam and be like, okay, sure, I'm going to clock it. I'm going to do good on it.
Yeah.
And then do good on it.
Yeah. And do you think this goal would get you to that point if you achieved?
If I do it, then yes.
Okay.
I think so.
And that's really important.
It's important for me.
To be able to wake up and say, okay, I studied 5 days this week.
Yeah.
I studied that for how many months, and now I'm ready for the exam.
Mm-hmm.
Right. All right. So we have the time. It's 6 o'clock.
Mm-hmm.
Now, what's a realistic where you don't burn out on this? You know, because if you study to 3 in the morning, chances
then
are
I won't do it the next day.
Yeah.
I think how I would like to study was maybe take an hour and read, and then maybe a small break.
Okay.
Because a lot of my curriculum is something you have to memorize.
Mm-hmm.
So read for some time and then just spend like 10 minutes just consuming it.
10 minutes. Yep. And then
go again.
So that brings us up to 7, 10.
Mm-hmm.
And then read again.
For the same amount of
For
time.
another hour. That brings us up to 8, 10. Right?
Yeah.
Okay, it's now 8 o'clock at night. You've read for the last 2 hours. What's the next step here?
Keep going.
Keep going. So, rest for 10 minutes. And then read for 1 more hour.
1 more hour.
That brings us up to 9 o'clock.
9 o'clock.
Now we've studied for 3 hours and we've rested for 30 minutes.
Yeah. Maybe we should rest a little bit more.
Okay.
I would like to go on, I think 11 is a good time. 11 p.m. From 6 till 11.
From 6 till 11.
Yeah.
And this will give you enough time to sleep and...
Yeah, I don't sleep that much anyway, so from 11 till like 5 or 6 a.m. that's plenty of sleep for me.
Okay. Okay, so then you're going to be studying from 6 o'clock. And so what do you think, 15-minute breaks?
Yeah, 15 minutes. No, 20 is going to be too much.
Okay, 15-minute break.
Yeah.
And then we'll do that. So
it's the break so I can sit down and process what you've just read. Because when you read and you have to memorize it, it goes really slow. So I'll only read about 3 or 4 pages an hour.
Yeah, because it's dense.
Yes.
Dense.
Very, very dense.
That's impressive. All right. I saw something really funny. She's also in med school. She put gummy bears at the end of each page.
Yeah.
So she gets to eat a gummy bear when she reaches one page.
Maybe that is something I should try.
I just thought that was
that would be awesome.
Kind of cute, you know? Talk about a carrot, you know? Just, Okay, I've read to this page.
Yay, good for me.
And do it when you're really hungry. No.
Cheat.
All right, so then we're gonna take 15-minute rests, right?
Mm-hmm.
Start at 6, so that's gonna be okay. So then we're 9, and then 15-minute rest. That's an hour. So that's 2 hours, that's 1 hour of rest by the time we get up to 9 o'clock. And then you read for another hour, that's 10.
Mm-hmm.
And then 15-minute breaks, that's an hour and 15 minutes. And then you're just going to read till 11 then, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. And you want to do this every day?
5 days a week.
Okay.
That's my goal.
And what's going to keep you accountable to doing this?
That's a good question. Myself.
Yourself. Do you like to study alone, you said?
Yeah. I prefer studying alone. At the end of the day, we just have to memorize it. And it's better just to do that by yourself.
Yeah.
But sometimes it's good to have someone to like keep you close and make you do it if you say it.
Okay.
It's easier to cheat yourself, isn't it?
Yeah, yeah.
Say, oh, I did this, and maybe if I'll just decide I don't want to read on Wednesday, I'll just read double on Thursday or something like that.
Yeah.
That won't happen.
That will never happen. But do you feel like 5 days a week is a good goal?
I just think it's, to begin with, that would be really awesome.
Really
I could
awesome.
do that.
And you can see yourself doing
I
it.
can see myself doing that because I've read much more than that before.
Okay. Yeah.
So this is just like a mellow start.
Yeah. Yeah. Cool. Well, it sounds like we got a specific situation, right? That you're gonna come in from work and you're gonna study.
Yeah.
It's timely. We know that it's. So how many months will this go on for?
We're in November now. So November and December and the first week of January, I think.
November. So it's 2
months.
2 months.
2 months.
Okay, so there we go. We have 2 months to study 5 days a week from 6 o'clock to 11 o'clock, taking 15-minute breaks every hour.
Exactly.
Okay. And does this sound like something...
It sounds so easy when you say it like that.
But there's also, but it sounds like it seems to me like you're a very driven person. You can do this if you set your mind to it. And you know it's only going to last 2 months. All right? We won't think about after these 2 months. We'll say this is going to be your 2 months plan. And it's specific. It's attainable. Do you feel like this is attainable?
I feel if I do it, then it's attainable.
And realistic?
And realistic.
With your lifestyle?
With my lifestyle. It is realistic if I decide to do it and sit down. I just need that mindset.
Okay. And how would you get into this mindset?
That's a good question. I think just by jumping or just saying, now we're going to do it. Just finding a specific day, saying this is the day where I start.
So today's Friday, so should we say Monday?
I think Monday is good because then I get to spend a brief weekend.
Yeah, and those weekends are important to kind of, relax. Okay, so then we're going to start Monday, and today's the 2nd, 3rd, 4th, 5th. So you're going to start November the 5th. And you're going to go to how
long?
Yeah, when do you think
say January 5th.
To January 5th. And you're going to study from 6 to 11, 15-minute breaks, 5 days a week.
Yes.
So that's our goal.
That is our goal.
And how do you feel about that goal?
A little bit excited now.
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah.
To see what's going to happen.
Yeah.
I'm a little bit excited to get into that mode on Monday.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, let's just go through, kind of visualize what's going to happen on Monday. You wake up, you've had a granted, whatever you do this weekend, you wake up on Monday. What time?
I'll be up by 7 a.m.
You wake up 7 a.m.
Yes.
And you go to work.
I go to work.
Okay, and you go to work from...
I wake up at 6 because work starts at 7. So, 7 till 3 I'll be at work.
Okay, 7 till 3 you're at work. And you take the train home?
I'll take the train home, yes.
And you get home at 4.
4.
And how are you feeling at this point?
A little bit tired at this point.
Okay.
It's been a long day, but I actually get a boost of energy as soon as you're off work.
Right.
So I think I'll be in between maybe. Not too fresh, not too tired.
No.
If you can be in between.
Yeah.
I like to be there.
Okay.
Yeah.
You can feel...
I think I'm in the in-between mode.
In between. And you come home and you take your shower.
Mm-hmm.
Then you get a snack. And you're feeling... What are your thoughts at this point?
Relaxed.
You're relaxed.
Always relaxed after a nice shower.
Yeah.
So you wash it all away.
Yeah.
What you've been through throughout the day, and then now I can start on a fresh.
Yeah. Okay. And you're thinking at this point. What are you kind of going through your head?
I'll be excited about starting.
Good. That's a good bodily sensation. You feel energy.
Energy.
Okay. And then, what do you do now? You're taking a shower. You eat.
Eating.
You can visualize it.
I'll visualize it. I'll probably just sit down and I don't know if I'll watch some TV, just to start with.
What did we talk about watching?
Yeah, but see that I went back again. So what should I do? Visualizing it. Maybe I think I'll go up to my room. Maybe
the ideal situation.
The ideal situation would be go up to my room and start unpacking my books.
Unpack the books.
Unpack my books. Let's do that.
And that takes place at around 5.
5-ish, right?
5:30. Okay. Yeah, we're getting close to what's coming.
Yeah. And think I'll make myself a cup of warm Tim Hortons hot chocolate.
All right. So you're gonna do this now?
I am gonna do this. I can see this happening now.
Okay.
We turned off the TV. I'm in Tim Hortons mode now.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
All right. Warm, hot cup of cocoa.
Yes.
Okay.
Pull the curtains.
Close the curtains.
Close the curtains. And put some nice music in my ears.
Okay, you study with music.
I love music.
Okay.
I usually only play music which I've heard, so I don't have to think about the lyrics, or classical music, which is just instrumental music.
Yeah, yeah. Okay, so you put on your music.
Yeah. And then I'll just sit down. And I think I'll turn on the laptop.
Laptop comes on.
So it's ready to take notes on, and then I'll just put the book on the stand and start.
Okay. And that brings us up to about 6 o'clock.
Yeah.
Okay, so now you sit there, you're studying for
an hour,
and then it comes
15 minutes break.
15-minute break. And now how are you feeling?
I'll be really happy.
And what are you gonna do on this 15-minute break?
Sit in my chair, close my eyes, and just listen to a bit more music.
Okay, that's how you kind of just decompress a bit.
I just move a bit away from the book and listen to the music still, and then I just process it.
Okay, so move away from the book.
Yeah.
That's what your body, it's going to be, you're going to move away from the book. Sit on the chair and listen to the music. And how will you know when 15 minutes is up?
That's a good question. I have a small alarm clock, but you can't put that on for every 15 minutes. So maybe I'll just peek through my eyes and look at the small clock.
Okay. And so then you get back into study mode again after that 15 minutes?
Yeah.
And that's about 6:15. And then you study for another
hour. That
brings us up to 7:15. And you take another one of these same...
I think in the second one, because if I've been sitting for some time, I'll just stretch my legs.
Good idea, yeah.
And maybe go downstairs just for 5 minutes.
Okay. Second break, you're going to stretch, go downstairs.
Yeah. Get a drink.
Get something to drink.
It's important to keep the blood sugar level.
Yeah.
So I'll
get
a
the
drink.
body taken care of. And then you come back up. It's now, that was 9. So now it's 19:30. You begin studying again.
Yes.
And how are you feeling at this point? You've studied now for...
Now I'll be even more happy because I just had a drink and just had a small break.
Yeah.
For 2 hours now.
Yeah, you've studied for 2 hours.
I'll be really happy.
Yeah.
At this point. And I think once I've reached like the first goal mark of 2 hours, I'll just keep going. Because I'm happy that I've reached so far.
Yeah, and how important are these breaks?
The breaks are really important because if you keep going without the breaks, you'll just end up becoming tired.
Right.
And then I won't do it.
Right. So you got to be disciplined. I got to stop now.
Yeah.
And do you think you can do that, or how? Is that something you've done before?
So. I've done it before. I didn't have like issues with it before.
No. Okay.
So I think I can discipline myself enough to say, okay, this is your break. You can do this in your break and come back. Now you can sit and read.
Yeah. Yeah. All right. So now it brings us up to 8:30. This is now your third break.
What should we do in that? Maybe a little bit of snacking as well.
Get some food.
Yes.
Food. Brings us up to 45. Study for another hour. And now you're on your 4th hour?
Yes.
2 hours, then, yeah, 4 hours of studying. It's now 9:45. Time for another break.
I'll just stay in my room in this one.
And just listen to music.
Listen to music. Just before I start, I'll just revise my notes, I think.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then you study for another 45. Brings us up to 10:45. That's their last hour.
Yes.
That's 5 hours of studying. You did it.
One productive evening. Productive evening.
Productive evening. All right. And how do you feel now? You've studied for
Very
5
happy.
hours. Very happy.
Ecstatic.
All right. Ecstatic. Good word. And you are ready for bed.
I'm ready for bed.
All right. So that's the first day.
Yes.
So we've walked through it. You know how you feel. I was going to ask, you also mentioned your yoga practice. Do you do that during the week?
I do that. I would like to do it on a daily basis, but it doesn't happen. So I think I'm just going to try doing it every second day. Put it in somewhere.
Somewhere? There's no time.
That's correct.
That's your whole day.
Okay. So how about I do this on non-yoga days, and on yoga days I just skip my studying till 2 hours later. Then I can fit in a bit of gym.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
What days are we talking now?
Tuesday, Thursday.
Thursday.
And Saturday, Sunday.
These are yoga days, huh?
These are my yoga days.
Wow, you do yoga quite often. And you also mentioned you joined the gym.
Yes. According to my schedule, I will not be coming to the gym.
Yeah.
But I could do that because work isn't every single day.
Okay.
So work depends. I get my work schedule like on Sundays, and then I know what I'm gonna be doing for the week.
Okay.
And otherwise I'm in clinic. I have my clinical stay, which is I finish around 2 every single day. So there's still some time before 6.
Not much time.
Not much time, but maybe a little bit of CrossFitting, an hour.
Okay. On Thursday?
On Thursday.
You can come in at 3.
Yeah.
And do an hour of cross training.
Because I live really close to the hospital, so I'll still be able to make it.
Yeah.
I live 10 minutes from the hospital.
Yeah. So that's what you'd like to do on Thursday. Well, I can tell you, I can keep you accountable for that because I'll be there. First, you want to do the one at 3 o'clock?
Yeah, I want to try that.
3 o'clock till 4. Yeah, and then you can go home at 5 and get your food. And,
yeah. Then I'll be fresh.
Fresh to do it yourself.
Because I think it's important as well. I feel really motivated if I read and then at the same time I do some healthy things, as going to the gym or doing my yoga, because that gives me energy.
Yeah,
gives me a boost.
Definitely. And I can definitely see that you're a very active guy. I mean, you do yoga 4 days a week, and so with this goal now, we've walked through this specific type of day. Now, is this the same type of? This won't be the same type of day every day.
No.
It sounds like.
No.
So we have a new kind of obstacle.
I think. On working days, that's a really good plan. On non-working days. On working days.
On working days, this is the plan.
Yeah.
And how many days a week is the working days?
That varies every single week.
Okay.
And then on clinical days, I finish at 2.
Okay.
So that's good as well.
Yeah.
Because then I can do the same plan. The thing which is a bit annoying is that as med students we have different shifts. So I might have an evening shift a single day and then a night shift the other day.
Okay.
So that mixes up on my schedule.
Right.
The evening shift starts from 3 till 11 p.m. and night shifts are from 11 till 7 a.m.
Okay. That's intense.
Yeah.
But for this, as you said, for this specific thing, we'll just. This is our specific goal. It doesn't have to be 5 days a week. Now I think we'll revise the goal into when you do have this schedule, this will be what your mind is focused on. Does that sound?
I was thinking, so how about if I have a day where I have a night shift, as an example, and I change the hours of reading, but I still read the same amount of hours.
Yeah.
That works as well, doesn't it?
Right, but we haven't walked you through that that schedule.
Okay.
So do you want to walk through that?
We can try it.
And feel how that's going to be? Because we have now, our original plan was 5 days a week.
Yeah.
But now we see that this might change. But we know when you have work from 7 a.m. to 3 p.m., this is a realistic goal.
Yeah.
I think
I want to stick with one schedule, actually.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I think that's a good idea because that it doesn't overwhelm it, and we can say, okay, when this is the schedule for you, this is your routine.
Yeah.
You know, when the other things, let the cards fall where they may. You know, maybe this habit or this ritual of getting into study mode, you can find a time for it. But just if you make a commitment to yourself, when this is the schedule, this is my routine to study. And and how that happens is going to be determined by what your schedule is, right? How do you feel about that?
Better with this way.
Okay.
Because as I told you in the beginning, I'm really good at planning things, but I won't like put them to life or something. But because I think I get overwhelmed by it.
Yes.
By putting a lot of plans in your head.
Very ambitious.
This is simple and something which is plausible and realistic for me.
Right.
So I think I'll just stick with one thing.
When the schedule is like this, you do this.
That's what I do.
And how many days a week do you think this schedule will be the case?
Hope 5.
Hopefully 5.
Hopefully 5.
You know.
But like realistically, I think because this week I have no work, so this week, coming week, I'll be doing this every single day.
You have no work.
No work. No work.
Okay.
I only have my clinic, which finishes at 2.
Okay.
Yeah.
But does this time schedule still work?
This time schedule is perfect for me.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Well, it sounds like, and is this kind of like a good homework. So what will happen from here is that basically you're going to do this and then try it for a week.
Yeah.
And then we'll talk again in a week and see how you've managed to do this schedule. Does that
sounds perfect?
Fair? Alright.
It sounds like something I'm really excited about trying.
That's great.
I'm ready for
That's high motivation
Yeah.
is so important. And you think it's realistic and
I think it's realistic because now I put it into words and I said I want to do this.
Yeah.
So I put the thought in my head now.
Okay.
That I want to do this and I want to change this habit of not doing it.
Right.
I think it will happen.
Yeah. Good. All right, Ivan. Is there anything else that you want to talk about?
I think this is a good thing to start with.
Yeah.
Otherwise, I'll get overwhelmed.
Yeah. And how are you feeling now?
Happy.
You're happy?
Happy.
After the session?
Yeah.
All right. Well, thank you so much. I think it takes somebody pretty special to be able to, be open for coaching and to actually, say I want to change and I want some help to change, because so often we do it on our own and we struggle, and so I really appreciate it.
I think it's really nice to do it because you get more motivated when you have someone who doesn't know you or looks from the outside.
Yeah.
And tells you that you can do it, and you just need to pull yourself together and just makes a plan and you just follow it.
Yeah. Because I think you definitely can do this with your background and your ambition, and then we also know it's going to be for 2 months, right?
Yeah.
When this schedule, you're going to do this for 2 months, and then I'll be excited to see how the exams go. And
a lot of A stars.
Yeah.
That's what we want.
Great. All right. Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
All right. And just